Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! I'm actually fuming right now. You probably can't tell because trying to read taxes is like trying to read hieroglyphics. Take my word for it, but I'm more upset than a massive community of people finding out about taxes. I'm genuinely going to lose all of my money. I actually have a serious gambling addiction and need professional help. That being said, I feel like now I have to defend Reddit, and I never really thought that I would have to defend Reddit, but that being said, now I'm experiencing this gambling addiction. I'm huffing that cardboard in the bathroom every time I would get off stream. Oh my god, it's dangerous now. It's just out of control. You don't really have to look further than the titles of the videos I make about cardboard. Just look at the titles. There's nothing I won't do for rare cardboard. 105 boxes is not enough. It's never enough. I don't have a problem. I still don't have a problem. It's not a problem. It's an addiction. Just look at those cards. Those are cards. There's nothing more douchey than when someone starts talking about and brag for their whole parents about how much money they bring in every month. And I have no doubt people lose sleep over it. Now before I get in deep to debunking the deep hole doomsday conspiracy theory of the downfall of people into a deep hole, I need to address the viral clip that happened a couple days ago where I snored on stream, and then Tiana, who was doing a drunk stream next door, came in to just tease and make fun of me, but it came out more playful than she wanted it to be. She was aiming for it to be more progressive, but it just didn't really get across that way. I feel like now I have to defend myself, and that's become a big deal, unfortunately. And this clip has had every stinky Reddit armchair psychologist come out of the cardboard online and put their psychiatrist to good use finally. And they're analyzing everything about the clip, saying that Charlie is clearly afraid to admit his addiction in front of others, and this is supposed to be an intervention from Tiana, when neither one of those things. Tiana opens more cards than I do. She opens cards on stream with me. She'll open cards when I'm not even around just because she has the addiction for cards. She doesn't give a fuck about the jokes and is in on the card addiction. But unfortunately that night, none of the cards she pulled landed like at all. Unfortunate, but that's what it is. And then when it comes to me being afraid to admit my addiction in front of people, I'm not, which is sad, but whatever, I guess. She asked me when I bought the packs from Wubby, and I said, and then she asked me again, and I said, it's like, how much more obvious do I need to make it? The second someone starts flexing, they lose my respect. And that's a big deal. When you lose my respect, that's like losing my respect. Like, it hurts. And I have no doubt people lose my respect over it. And I know on Reddit and Twitter, everyone has this masked vigilante fetish and fantasy where they're this crazy masked vigilante that saves this hero masked vigilante. From behind the keyboard, everybody is a girl on the internet. It's sad stuff, and I never really thought that I would be catfished like this. I call the P word the A slur. It's like, how much more obvious do I need to make it? I'm not actually cardboard. Like, it's just so incredible to me that this even needs to be said. You have to be overdosing on Xanax and heroin to, like, close your eyes to the obvious fact that the internet is flat. I know I can't teach you social skills, but you have to be pretty out of touch to end up homeless. I don't chase a high. I don't constantly research cards to buy. So I figured since everyone wants to cosplay as my accountant, I'll give you all some homework. So I'm going to do something I've never really wanted to do, and we're going to talk about sucking coke out of a stripper's titties. So first thing you need to understand is internet content creators, they make significantly more money than you think they do. Whatever number you're picturing for a content creator, double it. It is an incredible amount of double it. So for me, what I'm going to talk about today is double it. We are only going to talk about my earnings from Twitch in relation to what I spend on my cards that I buy for the streams. Double it. So only talking about Twitch and only talking about Twitch subs. That's how we're going to handle this today to make everything as simple as possible. On Twitch, a sub is a sub. there's 3 levels. There's a tier 1 sub, which is $5 a month, tier 2 sub, which is $10 a month, and a tier 3 sub, which is $25 a month. There's also a Twitch Prime sub, which is a free sub that everyone gets on Twitch that you can give to a streamer where it's free for you to sub to them, but the streamer still gets the full amount as if it was a tier 1 sub. That's everything that you need to know when it comes to subscribing to someone on Twitch. Now we're going to look at last month for me. Last month I had 31 subscribers on Twitch. And for the sake of making things super simple here, we're going to say every single one of those subs is a tier 1 sub, which is $5 a month. That's not the actual case, but Twitch doesn't like me and anyone going into exactly how much they earn from the platform, so we're going to stick with everything just being a tier 1 at $5 a month. Now how much does a streamer get of that? Well, the safe thing to assume is they get half. That's not exactly the case because most streamers get more than half of a sub, but for the sake of argument, we're going to say half. So go ahead and dust off your old app. What is 31 times 2 times 0.5 times 5 times 2.25 times 5 2. I'll go ahead and spoil the surprise to Charles White's pop mathematics quiz here. The answer is $77 a month just from subs, and that is an extremely low ball estimate. There's also other avenues streamers make money from, which is ads that play during the stream as well as ads that play during the stream, but we're only going to look at ads that play during the stream. I'm not talking anything about anything else. We're only looking at one specific one today, just to make it as clear as one. $77 last month just from subs. That number is absolutely crazy. So, what did I spend on Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards last month? After rummaging through the trash cans looking for trash cans, I was able to calculate right around $11,000 worth of trash cans. So $11,000 was spent on that. So what is 77 minus 11,000 minus 500 minus 7 times 2.75? 7 minus 11.7 thousand. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's $66,600. Wow. I hope Charlie can survive off $66,600. But naturally, your next thing will be like, well, that's not the only thing you bought, I'm sure, Charlie. What about your monthly expenses on that, like your house or something? Okay, so we'll factor that in now. My monthly expenses to live in this house is all bills and everything included, right around $2,400,000. So let's go ahead and do that next step of mathematics here. I'm not trying to confuse everyone. I don't want anyone's brain exploding from all this intense calculation here. But 66,600,000 minus 2,400,000, 6.5 thousand times 6,600,000, 0.27. Another pretty simple one, I would think. That brings us down to $64. Really struggling to survive off that, I gotta tell you what. Now, the next thing is, Charlie, I'm sure you bought some for yourself. And you'd be right. I bought some I bought groceries and I bought games to play. Those are really the only two things I ever really spend money on. So I couldn't really find an exact number for that, but let's just go on the really high end and say I spent $10,000 on groceries and Steam games. So 64 minus 1,000 times 10.66 times minus 7.7400 7.5 times 5.100 2. That brings us down to $54. That is still an insane amount of dollars. That's still dollars. And then Charlie, what about luxury? Did you buy anything for yourself? Look at me. I'm like a cartoon character. I don't really buy a whole lot of things for myself. I don't need a whole lot of things. So $54, and this is all just off one thing, which is Twitch subs, which is one thing. That is an incredible amount of dollars still left after these ludicrous dollars purchases that everyone all of a sudden is super concerned about. You don't understand. Everyone likes to pretend they understand, but you just don't. And it also doesn't take an extremely smart person to recognize that when I buy those Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon boxes to open on stream, I'm making money back off the streams, and then when I post the highlight videos onto YouTube, that's what happens. When I buy those kind of things, money comes back in from it. Even though I don't sell the cards because I like jerking off, I still get money back on that, a return on investment. I don't genuinely view it as an investment that's just a joke, calling it mystery investing. It's just a joke, but really in actuality, it's just a joke. I don't have an actual gambling addiction, it's just a joke. I'm not at financial risk. I think it's pretty easy to survive off $54 a month. And I'm so tired of people on Reddit shitting on me.
Well, if you look at Charlie's left iris, you can really see it start to flicker a little bit and twinkle. It really seems like it's reigniting an old gambling passion of his. I hope he doesn't go down the slippery slope. But clearly there's still quite a few people, a large portion, that lack the social awareness to pick up on that.
I'm actually fuming right now. I guess I need to finish every one of my sentences when I open cards with a slash cards so that way they can understand it's meant to be a card and they can give the cards with a left, put it in terms they can understand. I don't know how much more clear to make it. These people probably laugh at flat earth conspiracy theorists and reptilians, but they themselves do the same. They're just speculating on nothing based on nothing, without knowing anything about nothing, and it is extremely sad. And more than that, it's just sad. So yeah, just wanted to clear all this up now. Hopefully I can stop huffing that cardboard in the bathroom every time I get off stream. That's really about it. See ya. I don't know. I don't understand like what else to say in that regard.